Good morning. I asked to address the committee to discuss two related issues. One is the diversion of food waste from the Heartland landfill, and the other is the Foundation Organics license amendment application. Foundation Organics has utterly failed to control the odors emanating from its waste processing facility at Stanhope Farm and continues to be deeply offensive to its neighbors as far away as Keating, on Kirkpatrick, and even Brentwood Bay. A license amendment application before the CRD requests a near doubling of capacity with the promise of a new building for which I believe at this time they have no permit. It is inconceivable that they will be more successful controlling twice the odor when they are unable to contain it now. Farm and residential neighbors are deeply concerned about the health impact of noxious gases, the reduced quality of life in nearby neighborhoods, and the declining property values, all resulting directly from the operation of this facility. Foundation Organics is currently in breach of bylaw, but continues to accept kitchen waste from restaurants and, until recently, cruise ships, ensuring that the stench of food waste, essentially garbage, continues to affect our community. I recognize the good intentions of the CRD in trying to outsource kitchen waste disposal, but this facility is a failed experiment in waste management. I urge you to deny the amended application. Unless Foundation Organics can demonstrate bylaw compliance in all respects, at the current capacity, no further capacity should be considered, nor should applications from other farm facilities be considered until the problems at this facility are resolved. With regard to the larger issue of diversion of food waste, while the goal to compost kitchen waste diverted from the landfill is a worthy one, the current process to do so is fundamentally flawed because it does not take into account the specific physical characteristics of a proposed location, such as prevailing winds and land contours. It allows non-professionals to manage sensitive waste processing on an industrial scale without experience or proven ability, and it places an unfair burden on adjacent property owners when the operators are unable to meet bylaw nuisance requirements, whether by poor execution or facility design flaw. Some locations are just not suitable for composting, and they should be identified early in the process. Facility design and operation is in the hands of the operator. What happens when design or execution is inadequate to contain odor or litter? What happens when the traffic burden is incompatible with current road use? When the facility accepts not just sorted community, local kitchen waste, but also unsorted restaurant and international waste? Plastic is subject to photodegradation, but will not compost and cannot degrade once rototilled into the soil. Styrofoam will not degrade in our lifetime or the next. In addition to their fair share of taxpayer cost, adjacent property owners are burdened with respiratory health concerns, very real reduced enjoyment of their own property, and financially alarming declining property values. As homeowners, we all put our resources into maintaining and improving our homes and the land around it. We put in gardens and build decks and arbors to create a personal space that we enjoy and where we can bring our friends and family to enjoy with us. We build value through our efforts, sometimes making sacrifices for the long term as a tool in retirement planning. This value is ours. We have built it. We have a right to enjoy it. It does not belong to the community at large, and yet without consultation or compensation, in effect, it has been spent for the benefit of the greater regional district. And to give you some context here, I have consulted a realtor, and the loss in our area approaches 10%. 10% of our property value. That's huge. It's very personal. I urge you to reconsider how food waste is managed by the CRD. Instead of diverting kitchen waste from Heartland to other communities, it should be processed in a facility at the dump site where it can be properly sorted and where traffic and odor protocols are already in place, and the compost sold to recover some operational costs. If the entire region is to benefit from this composting, the entire region should share in the cost, and no single community should be saddled with the negative impacts that we have experienced and continue to experience due to the operation of Foundation Organics at Stanhope Farm. Thank you.